What's up, guys? This is Paul with the Resale Grind coming at you with another vid. And I recently had a viewer ask me, the viewer's name was 3bagsfull2, asked me if I could talk about what I did to start my eBay business, financial preparation, savings, inventory, etc. So I really didn't start the traditional way that you should start. You really should have, in my opinion, you really should have. First of all, you need to start at a part-time basis. You really don't want to just drop everything and do this full-time, because it really is, it's easy, but it's hard, if that makes sense. It's easy once you get started, but it's really hard to get started and really make a full-time income doing it. You really probably would, like I said, want to start part-time. Make sure you're making enough for full-time money, before you would think of quitting a job or anything. I was unemployed when I started this, so I really had no choice. I didn't have a lot of savings up. I started, selling stuff around my house. Realized I could make a lot of money doing it, and then I just kind of, went from there. So really, my story isn't going to work for most people. I've been selling probably off and on eBay for probably 10 years, but full-time for 3. So I did sell things before, and then I stopped for a while just for some different issues, and then 3 years ago I decided to get back into it. But at that time I was unemployed. I jumped around from job to job. I really wanted something that I could be my own boss, and when I found eBay and realized I could do it full-time, it really was a godsend. But what I would tell people is, if, let's say, you're through the part where you've tested it out part-time, and you decided that you can do it full-time, you really have to be aware of the ups and downs of eBay or selling online in general. You really have to have money. You have to make sure you have enough money for picking, because you always have to be out buying. You have to make sure that, if you have a slump, that you have money in savings or money in checking or whatever it may be. So you probably want to have at least 3 to 6 months worth of money saved aside, just in case something happens like that. And as far as inventory is, I'll go into, what I was going to do another video on, but I'll just go right into this, was, how to have a successful eBay business. Now, I could talk about this for hours, but I'm just going to condense this down into a few points that really helped me, and I really think would help anybody be successful in eBay. Have a game plan. What are you going to sell? What are you going to sell? Are you going to sell one type of thing? Are you going to sell antiques? Are you going to sell glassware? Are you going to sell paper stuff? Are you going to sell books? Are you going to sell clothes? Figure out what you're going to sell and really research it and see if it is going to sell. Another thing is, do you have the inventory now? Do you have enough inventory are you going to have enough inventory? Do you have a constant source for that inventory? For us, we sell a lot of antique smalls and a lot of paper stuff, but I have a constant, just from the years of doing it, I have contacts, I have ways of getting paper that I know I can keep freshening my store and keep new items coming in, because that's what's going to get you the sales, to keep listing. You should always be out buying. I made a mistake like a month or 2 ago of not buying when I had a lot of stuff, and then I sold stuff and didn't have inventory, so I really had to scrounge around and find the inventory again. So my advice is definitely to keep, even when you have inventory, keep looking for inventory. But then again, make sure you're listing. Don't just be buying inventory and not listing the items. You really need to make sure that's what you're, that you're buying and listing. Next thing, for a good point that I think would help a lot of people is sell unique items. It's really hard to make it selling, let's say books. or selling just video games, or selling, be different. Like, look for something different. But like I said, you can get on a constant basis, but and like variety too. Like, we don't sell just one thing. We might sell a lot of paper items, but it's not all the same thing. We sell catalogs and brochures and maps and different things like that, and also antique smalls, advertising pieces, and like cast iron pieces, and just all kinds of different things. Sell stuff like, do something different, and have the variety that people want to keep coming back to your store. It's very hard to sell, let's say, like magazines or something like that, that's so common, or certain books, or that's so common that people can find anywhere. Why are they going to want to buy it on eBay when they can find it at a yard sale, or a flea market on a regular basis? That kind of the same thing, but be different. With your whole approach, with your auctions, with your auction titles and descriptions. Be different. Don't be the cookie cutter seller out there. Do different things. Make yourself different. Make yourself stand out. Whatever way that might be. Make yourself stand out from everybody else that's selling certain things. You can sell. I've done it a million times. You can sell a lot of things. Like, you might see something that other sellers have up and they're not selling it, and you put it on and you sell it because maybe you did something different. Maybe you put something different in the title. Maybe you had a different description. Maybe you offered free shipping when the others didn't. Different things like that. And also, answer questions. You're going to get pain in the ass questions from buyers. You're going to have buyers that are a pain in the ass. Do what you can do to make. You really want to be like a top-rated seller. You want to be known as a fast. We always get comments on our shipping's fast, and that's great. That's what people want. They want to get the stuff right away. So really be up on your shipping, your answering questions, your communication with the buyer, and get those top-rated, the top comments and the top ratings to make you a top-rated seller. And the other thing, it sounds common. It's common sense to most people, but a lot of people don't do it. Buy cheap. I talked about it. I used to talk about this all the time, but buy box lots. Buy from different people. When you see, let's say you see somebody at let's say you're into video games and you see somebody at a flea market or something, and they have video games, and maybe they have a box of 20 video games. Maybe you're only really interested in like 3 or 4 of them, but ask them what they want for the whole lot. A lot of times people might want $3-4 a piece for them, but if you buy the whole lot, it might only be $1 a piece. So buy cheap. Like, it sounds like common sense, like I said, but that's going to be your best way to be successful, because you're low risk but high yield. With your look for stuff that's really going to get you, that's going to get you money, that's going to get you the most money you can, make the most profit on each item that you can. So I hope that helps some people. Like I said, it's just a quick thing. We could talk about this forever, but I think if you follow some of the things that I went over, you definitely can have a successful business. You can do this full time. You can make good money doing it, but you got to be prepared for everything that it brings along with it. Not everything is easy, but it definitely is fulfilling, and I wouldn't want to be doing anything else. So I hope that helps some people. Any questions, please let me know. I'm going to try to definitely do viewer questions. So thanks, 3 Bags Full 2, for that question of how to get started, and I will catch you next time. This is Paul with the Resale Grind, and I am out.